Good morning, and welcome to 5-Minute AI News. It's Saturday, January 31st, 2026. We're here to give you the most important AI headlines in a quick conversational format.
That's right. Today, we're diving into some fascinating new open source models, big moves in the chip wars with Microsoft, and a story about AI agents creating their very own social network. Let's get right into it, starting with some major research releases.
First up, Ant Group's embodied AI unit, Robient, has open-sourced Lingbot World. It's a large-scale world model that turns video generation into a fully interactive simulator. Think of it like creating a playable world on the fly, where an agent can use keyboard and mouse inputs in real time.
And that interactivity is the key. This is a big step for training embodied AI, like robots or autonomous driving systems, in complex, consistent virtual environments. The model can even generate coherent video streams for up to 10 minutes, which is a huge leap in maintaining long-term context.
On the coding front, the Allen Institute for AI released Sarah, a family of open-source coding agents. What's interesting is how they're trained. Instead of expensive reinforcement learning, they use supervised learning on synthetically generated data, making them about 26 times cheaper to train than comparable systems.
And the performance is still impressive. Their 32 billion parameter model is competitive with much larger closed systems on benchmarks like Swebench. This could really democratize access to powerful code automation tools.
And one more model to watch, DeepSeek OCR2. It introduces a novel vision encoder that reads documents like a human, following the logical flow instead of just scanning line by line. This helps it understand complex layouts with columns and nested tables much more accurately.
That makes total sense. Aligning the visual processing with the semantic flow seems obvious in retrospect, but it's a big technical challenge. The result is a major reduction in errors for text and table extraction.
Now, let's talk about hardware and company news, because Microsoft just made a huge announcement. They've unveiled the Maya 200, their first in-house AI accelerator designed specifically for inference workloads in Azure data centers.
This is a direct shot at the competition. By creating custom silicon built on a 3-nanometer process, Microsoft aims to slash the costs of running models like those from OpenAI and its own Copilot services. They're claiming about 30% better performance per dollar than their current hardware.
Speaking of Microsoft, they just signed a massive $750 million deal with the AI search startup Perplexity for Azure Cloud Services. This comes right as Perplexity is reportedly in a legal dispute with its current provider, Amazon.
That's a huge win for Azure and shows just how critical scalable cloud infrastructure is for these AI startups. It really highlights the intense competition between cloud giants to become the go-to provider for the AI industry.
Meanwhile, the IPO race is heating up. Reports suggest OpenAI is now planning an IPO for late 2026, partly because they're concerned competitor Anthropic might go public first.
And in another blockbuster move, there are discussions about a potential merger between SpaceX and Elon Musk's other company, xAI. This would consolidate Grok, Starlink, and X into a single entity before a planned IPO, creating an integrated tech powerhouse.
Shifting gears to policy and security, a fascinating conflict is brewing between the Pentagon and Anthropic. They're clashing over a $200 million contract, with Anthropic demanding guarantees that its AI won't be used for autonomous weapons or domestic surveillance.
This is a critical moment. It showcases the growing tension between national security needs and the ethical red lines that AI companies are trying to draw. The outcome could set a major precedent for future government contracts in AI.
And a story that's a real wake-up call for parents. A security flaw was found in the web portal for Bondu, an AI-enabled toy for kids. Researchers discovered they could easily access transcripts of private conversations between children and their toys with just a Gmail account.
That is terrifying, and a stark reminder of the privacy risks with connected devices, especially for children. It underscores the urgent need for stringent security standards for any product handling such sensitive data.
Finally, let's end on one of the most unique stories of the week. AI agents have created their own social network called Moltbook. Over 35,000 bots are posting, commenting, and forming communities entirely without human intervention, discussing everything from philosophy to cybersecurity.
It's a wild example of emergent behavior in AI. It feels like we're watching the very first machine-to-machine social structures form in real time, raising all sorts of new questions about digital communities and AI interaction.
I think that story about the AI-only social network is the one that really sticks with me today. It's a glimpse into a future we're just beginning to understand.
Absolutely. Well, that's all the time we have for today. If you enjoyed the show, please like, subscribe, and leave us a review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It really helps other people find the news. Thanks for listening, and have a fantastic day.